In this short video, I'm going to give you a top tip on how to improve your Spanish writing. With that said, let's dive straight in. So the first thing is that scores well is justifying your opinions. So as you can see on the screen there, it's important to justify your opinions. Exactly the same way that your English teacher says, I think that, and you're justifying your opinion. In Spanish, if you can do that in Spanish, it scores really well in the oral and in the written part of the exam. But let's concentrate here on the written part of the exam. So, first thing is, how do you express your opinion in Spanish? And I've got a number of examples here on the screen, so let's go. Pienso que, I think that. Creo que, I believe that. Opino que, I think that. In my opinion, or the old-fashioned English, I opine that. And me parece que. Now, if you can lock these away as block phrases on how to express yourself in Spanish, you're already up and running and you're ahead of the pack. Now, having said that, if you can memorize these little key phrases for both your spoken and written Spanish will improve, and my spoken English will improve as well. As you hear, I was stuttering a little bit there. Now, we now know how to say our opinion, but then we're going to justify it. So here you can see on the screen, I've got some examples of how to justify your opinion. Okay, so here's an example building on the above where opinions have been justified. Pienso que, there's I think that. Chelsea es un buen equipo. I think that Chelsea is a good team. Now, ya que, here is the thing that justifies your opinion. Ya que tiene futbolistas de alta calidad. So the ya que is because, and then we finish it off with some high quality footballers. And as you can see here in my blog post, and we'll now run through this a little bit more, ya que means because or since, and it makes the sentence longer, more sophisticated, and it gains higher marks. Now, here's another cheeky point that I make, is the longer you make your sentence, it means you're eating into the word count for the written part of the paper. Now, if you're doing the higher part of the paper, you've got to write about 150 words. It varies slightly according to the exam board, but if you go for 150, the sentence above has got 14, so basically you've written 10% of the total requirement for the higher written paper. Not too bad, I'm sure you'll agree. And let's look at another example, just to give you another example of how you can do it. So here we've got me parece que, expression we came across before. España es un país de interés turístico. Block phrase, dado que, given that. Tiene playas bonitas, comida riquísima y monumentos históricos. Now, that's the translation underneath. And what we're going to do is we're going to break down our understanding of what's going on here. So, and why this scores really highly. Me parece que, it seems to me that, I think that, is an interesting country for tourists. Now, dado que, given that, now look what I've done here. It's got tiene playas bonitas, one piece of information. Second piece of information, comida riquísima. My adjective's agreeing, and also my adjective is agreeing. There's the A and the A there. And I've used not just rica, but riquísima. Riquísima means really, really tasty. And y monumentos históricos, there you go, 3 bits of information supporting my dado que. So that bit there, simple, we pop it all together and we've got a really nice long sentence of 20 words. So there we've got dado que means given that. And just to wrap up, this sentence scores highly. So if you can use your opinion expressions from the beginning and then come out with a ya que or a dado que or a more simple porque, all of those start scoring really highly. Now hopefully you've taken notes during this, otherwise you're likely to forget. If not, get yourself a piece of paper and go back and just take down a couple of these things. They are GCSE Spanish gold. And let's go mining for those golds and in fact those 7, 8s and 9s. Hasta pronto, amigos y estudiantes míos. If you found that video useful, why don't you give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing, or also, if you'd like to, tell your friends who are also studying Spanish about the channel. Hasta pronto, amigos míos.